Well, you're joining us here in the Rams TV studio, and we are joined by Club Ambassador Michael Johnson. Michael, thank you for being here.
Pleasure.
Right, now let's look ahead to Cardiff, Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's a club that I know very well. Spent best part of a year there, underachieving at the moment, so it's going to be no mean feat to turn them over. But if we're on our game, obviously fresh after recent cup game, I think we've got more than enough in our armoury to go and beat them.
Because this is going to be a bit of a must-win game for them, because they're in that tricky zone at the moment to make sure that they're going to be getting all the points they can to stay away from that relegation zone. Yeah,
absolutely. There's no easy games this time of year now, because you've got teams down at the bottom fighting for their lives, and obviously we're trying to aspire to get into the playoffs. So we have to approach each and every game like it's a cup final and make sure we take advantage of being at home here.
And obviously you've said that you've spent time down there. You were their youth team coach.
Yeah.
So you've seen them train, you've seen the first team train, you've been around them. What should we expect them to bring to Pride Park?
Well, Neil Warnock is very much a 4-4-2 man, very direct. There won't be much possession play, put it that way. It'll be a running game. The ball will go into the big centre forward there, Sahar, and he'll try and play off that. And he'll rely heavily on set plays as well. They've got a real master of set play in Peter Whittingham, who's been around the league for many years, Aston Villa as well. And if we concede free kicks, if we concede corners, I guarantee the delivery is going to be coming in with some quality. So it's making sure that we don't give away needless free kicks and be prepared to deal with long balls. Okay,
so name some danger men for us. Who are we really looking out for?
As I mentioned, Peter Whittingham from dead ball situations. Yep. There's a centre forward there, a young Dutch lad called Kenneth Sahar, who's 6'4" and he's a powerhouse. He's a handful on his day. So the two lads, whoever Steve picks for that day, need to be ready for a battle. And the midfielder, we all know about Gunnarsson, who played for Iceland in the Euros. They're terrific engine. Terrific captain, drives the team, puts in tackles. So it's going to be a real up and at 'em sort of game that we're going to have to play and make sure we deal with their threat from set plays. And when we get the ball, make sure we play possession football and look after it.
Yeah, and I think as long as we keep that solid defensive line and we take our chances early when we get them, we could be in for a really good shout here.
Yeah, and that's the thing, we want to get the fans on site, and the way to do that is to play really good attacking football, but to get an early goal. If we can get an early goal, especially given the situation that Cardiff are in, then it might be that, oh no, here we go again feeling, and that's why they're down at the bottom. But it's all about making sure you get that early goal and get your noses in front. What you don't want to do is give them any appetite for success. You want to make sure that you play real good, strong attacking football, nullify any chances of set plays and try and nick the early goal.
So for you, personally, what would you like to see Steve McLaren be organising and be thinking about and contemplating for this? Well,
I always say the onus has got to be on us, even though we are aware of the strengths of Cardiff. It's how we play. How do we move the ball from A to B? How do we utilise our wide players? How do we get the midfield, trying to get between their lines? They are a very direct team. So also making sure that we try and stop that ball at source from going from A to B. So you're going to have to play quite a high tempo, high pressurised games to stop the opportunities for the players to play long balls. And when that ball does go long, how do we deal with the big lad, Kenneth Sahar? Do we get somebody in front of him? Do the two centre-halves just try and look after him on their own? So there's a lot of issues that the game will throw up. But more importantly for me, especially being at home, is how do we play? What are our strengths? Make sure that they're worried about us rather than we're more worried about them.
And I think we have been playing such good, solid defensive football, and a lot of it's from the back. And obviously, big Richard Keogh, captain, leading from the back, as did you. What do you think he's been like as a captain for us?
I think he's been fantastic, Keezy. He really has led by example. He's somebody that commands the respect to the dressing room. Young players look up to him. But he's not just doing that in the dressing room, but obviously his performances have been really good, of top standard, and that's why Steve came out the other week and said he's probably one of the best centre backs in the division. So we will need him to be on form that day, because like I said, the young lad, he's got a point to prove in English football, and I'm sure that he's got aspirations to go further. But you need to make sure that on on the day we play Cardiff, that the 2 centre-backs, whoever that may be, have got more than enough in their armoury to deal with him.
Okay, right. Shall we finish on some predictions then? What do you think? What are you thinking?
I think if we can get an early goal, I think we could go on comfortably to beat Cardiff. What I know about Cardiff is, you know, if you can get into them very early, they're liable to lose confidence, to lose sight. So we need to really strike early, and I think we'll probably run out winners 2-0.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go big. I'm going to go 3-0.
Wow.
Think. Yeah, I know.
You're going for it.
Well, if we push them up and we hold them, I think we've been scoring well. So yeah, I'm going to go for it.
Good.
Michael, thank you very much.
Pleasure.